It's time to talk about the elephant in the room or the alligator in the bayou. 5 things I've learned about Louisiana since I talked to everybody I know from Louisiana. 5. Number 1, when it comes to tradition, no place in the world is like Louisiana. Now, I know when you think of Louisiana, you think of one thing, Mardi Gras. And I understand it because it's the most publicized thing. But Louisiana has so much tradition. And if you involved in it or not, everybody respect the tradition. When a second line go down, if you lost you a loved one, even if you kind of knew the person, you go into their second line. When it come to food, they putting it down and the tradition don't change. It's passed down from generation to generation. The baby gonna be born and the first thing he gonna be given is that gumbo recipe, that jambalaya recipe. They gonna put a po' boy sandwich under his nose. That's good. That's good. Louisiana does not stray from tradition. Whether it be somebody asking questions about the voodoo experiences of the hoodoo lady in New Orleans, where it be the bayou and the airboats and the camouflage clothing and the crawfish catching, the tradition don't change in Louisiana. If it's one area who knows who they are, where they come from, and where they going, it's Louisiana. Number 2, the Louisiana accent is, now, if you've never spoken to somebody from Louisiana, you probably gonna hear, hey man, how you doing? You wanna go down to that store right there? You go down to that store right there, take a ride. I'm not gonna worry about that right there, we're gonna come back right here, this is good. They are speaking complete English to you. But if you go to a more urban area, the dialect is a little slower, but a little, hey, you heard me, what's going? Why I say, well, listen, you gonna hop the loop and go down there by the corner store and you'll get some pop, a soda pop, don't play with me. When you go to Louisiana and you talk to somebody from Louisiana, you expect everybody to be country and to have this dialect that you not gonna understand. So when he said, hey, Josh, what's going on, buddy? What would you like to know, Donnie? Donnie, what are you saying? Josh, I'm just saying, what would you like to know, Donnie? Now, your accent sound weird. Josh, I sound just like you. Nah, Donnie. Nah, Donnie. And then he did, hey, well, what you want to know, boy? What you want me to tell you about? Oh, okay, Donnie, that's how you supposed to sound. So listen, I got some questions. Everybody from Louisiana ain't gonna have this super thick accent that you thinking they gonna have. They pretty much talk like everybody else. Number 3, Louisiana belonged to the New Orleans Saints. When that city bounced back from that tragedy and Drew Brees was right there holding that Super Bowl trophy, when that man took that cell phone from that post, the New Orleans Saints, that black and that gold is religion down there. Drew Brees, it's God, it's Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and Drew Brees down there in Louisiana. There's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else you can claim. If you grow up and you like anybody else, you might as well move to where they located, because if you ain't a saint, you are garbage. It's down there in New Orleans. If you ain't a saint, you a sucker. Saint or sucker. What you gonna be? Number 4, Louisiana is much more than New Orleans. Now, like every single state is one city that really defines and represents the state. But in Louisiana, you got to be careful saying that, because you telling people in Lafayette, or you telling people in Shreveport, or you telling people in Baton Rouge, even Kenner, you might have to throw something out. And it's the smaller cities. It's the smaller parishes in Louisiana that you got to worry about, because if they have 100 people, they feel like it's 300. The movie 300 was based off them parishes in Louisiana. You take 96 people from Louisiana, I guarantee you, on their airboats and they guns and they hunting prowess, they gonna set it off anywhere you go. So before you go to Louisiana, don't ask everybody if they from New Orleans, because you might run into somebody from Bayou Cane, Monterey, or Tarrytown, and they might be like, let's go. Let's go. You heard me? Let's go. Wine, all that, y'all, all that. And number 5, the most resilient award has to go to Louisiana. For a state that has been through everything, Hurricane Katrina, the BP oil spill, this is a resilient city. They do not back down. They will not back down, and they do not mind lending a hand. Resiliency builds pride. That's why when you go to Louisiana and they tell you that their favorite team is the New Orleans Saints, and you be like, no, the Saints weren't that good, and the Knights, shut up. Because all they remember is Drew Brees coming there and lighting the thing on fire. Louisiana is a place I would love to say I'm from. Wine, straight up, all that. The bow, the go, that's my only problem. Go is spelled G-O. I know the B-E-A-U-X 563 is a French word for bow and go and row and toe. How do y'all do spelling bees, New? You know how difficult it gotta be to get on stage? Spell go. G-E-U-X. Nah, that's wrong. Nah, I ain't wrong. Y'all wrong.